Descendant. You have destroyed the Ironheart and preserved the balance of the dimensions. But the war is not yet over. Corel has vanished with the remaining Ironhearts, and we do not know where he might have gone. Humanity has pursued this to the bitter end. And finally uncovered a brutal truth.
This is General Amon. To all legions based in Ingus, I deliver orders from Karel. I'm bringing this message, and with it, the weapon for you to refine to all legions remaining in Ingus. A weapon which represents the pinnacle of the prowess of the ancestors, all too familiar to us Funkers. Not only is it the most powerful weapon in all of Ingus, it has caused irreparable damage to Kiphoff. Center in your minds the enormous scar we bear, and obey Graal, who stands on top of it. Embedded within Vulgus legions, the weapon of the ancestors has become part of their power. Strike terror into hearts and descendants. Hits from their force. Our grand invasion once more faces the origin of all wars. Rise up and see history repeat itself, just like the endless repeating pulsations of the Iron Heart.
Got a question about... On first listen, it seems that there was a fierce battle between the Vulgus and the Ancestors at some point in the past. From what I know, the Vulgus first appeared in our world 100 years ago, but this has revealed a different chronology. On top of this, our ancestors seem to have been able to cause considerable damage to the Vulgus. Considering the power of the weapon you faced, that isn't surprising. But it doesn't make sense. If our ancestors had triumphed over the Vulgus in the past, why are there no traces of them in Ingress? Even the rest of the message, there is so much of it we don't yet understand. Kiphoff, the Scar, the origin of all wars, these are all unknown quantities. Going forward, HQ will be tracking this information by any means necessary. We have many questions for the Council of Magistrates. This suggests that they were... Any intel we can find will be helpful. Descendant, you will receive a copy of Amon's message. These enemy invasions are not over yet. If you find any intel that concerns you, analyze it and compare it with Amon's message. Tell the guide that I'm counting on her to assist you with this. Right now, her insight is... Even if the ancestors could not fully defend Ingress, this generation must, no matter what.
Good. You're here. I've just received the This operation is definitely unconventional. I couldn't believe it myself that we'll be utilized. But once I read the report on the Eye of Truth from the Medical Corps, I understood. Not only can you see all of Ingress with the eye, apparently it's also capable of visual observation across dimension. In other words, it could theoretically see through the void storms in Sigma Sector and analyze a variety of energy signatures. To think that the Vulgus were observing Ingress and humanity with a device like this, it's pretty ominous. But if we can use it to our advantage, that's a different story. The problem is, the White Knight Gulch has fallen back into Volga's hands, and we also disabled the Eye of Truth and so the first objective of the op. We're short on time, so if you... Oh, and by the way, Nell asked 2 more Descendants to join us, Eugen and Bunny. Eugen is essential to the restoration of the Eye of Truth, but I'm not sure why she chose Bunny. Anyway, while I'm getting ready to head out, please check in on Eugen and Bunny.
Nell, I'll pay for the suits. Can't we keep this a secret from the military police? I don't want to do disciplinary training again.
It's not about the cost, Bunny. It's about the unauthorized use of ultimate equipment and development, which is a serious military offense. All right.
You're here. Nell's briefed me on the mission. Operation Secure the Vulgus Eyeball. But I heard that Valby and Eugen destroyed the Eye of Truth. Can it be fixed? Whatever. I'll leave the hard stuff to you. All I'm supposed to do is run around, kill enemies, and collect data on how my ultimate equipment performs in the field. Anyway, how do I look? Isn't my... They should have given me this... And...
You're just in time. Please, can you tell my dear mentor to quit it? She thinks she's still the captain of the medical corps. She's making a huge fuss and trying to take my place on the mission, even though I know the White Knight Gulch the best. Can you match everything in the bundle of optic nerves in the Eye of Truth? I can do it with my eyes closed.
Okay. Well, can you forget the memory of what happened to your teammates when you close your eyes?
Huh?
I heard you still wake up screaming in pain in the middle of the night. Valby told me all about it. You might deny it, but trauma takes time to process and recover from. I know what happened there. Please, don't put... And, to be quite honest, I'm more familiar with the White Knight Gulch than you are. I spent a lot of time there looking for Don...
Captain. All right. Actually, I wasn't confident.
Yeah, you don't have anything to... I'm sure Daya felt the same way. So, you can give me information about the Eye of Truth through Maya Sieve. I'm a little nervous about going on a medical corps mission after such a long break.
I'm sure your years of experience will see you right. And thank you for your...
I like it when you listen to me.
Ah! Why is that...
Stay back, everyone. You said this transport was ready to go. Give it to me, and you can go fix the others.
Just calm down. Lower your weapon and control your hair. And let's talk, okay?
My daughter's life is at stake. I told you I don't have time to wait.
There's no guarantee she's even there. Daya didn't have Arcane.
Shut up, Harris!
Clay.
Ajax. I didn't think you'd try to stop me, too. If you hadn't given Daya that recommendation letter in the first place, none of this would have happened. Even when you knew what happened to my husband, you had to help me lose Daya, too. Is this that faith you're so fond of talking about? You failed to protect anyone, even with that mighty barrier of yours. Step aside now, and I'll allow you to protect your own life.
Clay, I'm not here to stop you. I've come to ask your permission to come with you. If it's to find Daya, I'll sacrifice my own life to help. Just, can you give me some time to prepare so that I can be of more use to you?
You want to help me?
Yes. Any way you see fit.
All right. Yes. I want you to feel the pain my family felt. HQ, send me and Ajax in first. Then this can all be over.
Request granted. When the tactical transport is ready, you can deploy to the front line.
Thank you, Clay.
Nell, Transport 7 is ready to launch. I'll be handing over transport controls to the Descendants.
Understood, Captain. You may proceed.
Keep it short and sweet. Whew. Overhauling all the transport vehicles on such short notice? I thought I wouldn't have it, but yeah. Flying a tactical transport requires an expert pilot, but as you know. So, for this operation, luckily, from what we've observed, it seems that Arche will work inside Sigma Sector. You can use the transporter-mounted Arche transfer pad, so you don't have to land the transport on entry and exit. That'll mean it's more likely to survive. Everything should be fine as long as you're careful, Descendant. Look after yourself. And Glay, I hope she can find something. Anything.
Descendant! Are you really going? Hold it right there. Hero come to seek answers for. Wow. Sending a person into Sigma Sector? We haven't been able to deploy even an exploration drone there. And now this? Am I dreaming, or is this real? Descendant, if you happen to stumble upon any of those old amorphous relics out there, mind bringing them back when the mission's over? Anything you can find, you hear me? Even a scrap of paper will do. As long as we can properly restore it, it'll be worth its weight in archaeological gold. Imagine finding a teacup smeared with an ancestor's DNA. Or better yet, stumbling upon some kind of powerful primordial arche. Now that'd be like hitting the cosmic jackpot without even buying a ticket. And for Descendants who bring back relics, I've got something way better than a lottery ticket. All those strategic supplies our excavation teams have been gathering from all over Ingress, I'll hand them over on the spot. No complicated transfer procedure required. I'm sorry for asking you to take on this risky mission, but the value of the relics deposited in Sigma Sector is beyond But don't push yourself too hard. Got it? If you end up becoming a relic yourself...
That scared me half to death. If she'd gone on a rampage, no one would have been able to stop her.
Now, you know what I'm capable of. And it was, as she said, I'm to blame for Glay's tragedy and grief. I used to think that anyone who could hold a weapon should fight for humanity. When I was an active soldier, I wanted to meet people who were as brave as I was. Then, as a military professor, I wanted to pass my knowledge on to the next generation. In that sense, Daya was my best student. I thought she was a young woman who could lead the future of humanity. But Daya wasn't required to join the military. Glay was already serving and saving lives, so Daya was granted an exemption. But she refused to stay in Albion and be safe. She wanted to be a soldier like her friends, her classmates, and her father who died in combat. I admired her passion, and so I made the most foolish mistake possible. I believed her when she said she'd discussed it with Glay, and I wrote her a letter of recommendation. By the time Glay returned from the battlefield, it was too late. The administration could not reverse Daya. The cadets had already been deployed to field units to train on the front line, and Daya was among them. After that, well, you know the story well enough. Glay went looking for Daya. They were both ambushed by the Vulgus and kidnapped. Glay managed to awaken her Arche and escape the Vulgus, but because it was the first time she'd triggered her rage frenzy, she lost control of her senses. It would have been nice if Daya had awakened her Arche as well, but that's wishful thinking. Daya had been tested for Arche dozens of times. Glay's hope that Daya was sent to Sigma Sector is probably unfounded, but that doesn't mean a parent shouldn't search every last place they can for their child. Glay needs to do this to find closure, and I have to atone for the mistakes I made which have caused so much pain to the Elias family. Glay and I will be at the Vanguard. I'm just sorry I won't be able, but I suppose it was the same for Glay.
Descendant Corps, this is HQ. Your tactical transport is cleared for takeoff. Operation Sigma Sector is go. I repeat, Operation Sigma Sector is go.
It's time. I'll move out first.
Is this the place?
Daya.
Lay! They imprisoned descendants in these?
They know we're here.
Please. Daya.
They're advancing.
Lay! There's too many of them! Lay! Ajax!
Go! HQ, we need evac now!
Clay, we gotta get out of here. There's more of them than we thought. Clay, you listening? We gotta go now or...
They're using... This is... okay.
There's no time! What is it?
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. Damn it. Oh, first of all, based on they didn't retreat there just because they needed. The Vulgus have been holding our since going for. We're sent. Oh, Serena. This will be.
Alpha, wouldn't Kyle be the best person to teach Serena how to use an Asif terminal? He makes it so easy to understand. Now, this is how you click, Luna.
Well, the lady might freak out if she sees you.
No. Wait. What is this? Is it real?
Hello, Serena. I am Guide.
Genetic
It is understandable that you are confused. For you, time has only just... During your stay here, I will teach you, gradually, about you and... Descendant. Thank you for the Asif terminal. It will be a great help for Serena to understand this era. In the meantime, I should analyze the data I need while synchronizing with Serena. Serena's arche is... special. It allowed her...
How fascinating.
It may take a little longer to synchronize with Serena. But please, the success of the operation is important. But, most of all, we will need to analyze Serena's arche to achieve that. Serena, I am an archaeogenetic recognition interface. Descendants who are linked to me can communicate with me wherever arche. I have many features that can assist you. You can use me to learn about the time that has passed.
Oh, I see. What do I press to make it work? Here.
This may take longer than I thought. It seems we will both require a little luck, Descendant. You need to learn more about the arche receptors and the Oblivions.
Descendant, I have compiled information on the test subjects and Oblivions who have been transferred to Albion. Not everyone who was trapped in the arche receptors are Descendant level. They have arche, but not at a level that can be weaponized. The problem, the medical corps are all we can... I'm not even... She's... Wait. Transport... Oh no.
I'm sorry, but I already knew that it would be difficult to repair Daya's DNA. But surely you must have also realized that I have no intention of giving up.
Captain! Wait!
Jin, are you going to... You know it's no use. I'm not giving up on Daya. No matter how futile it seems, I'm go...
I know! Transport 7 is a new model with an autopilot capability. When we rescued Serena, HQ set its landing site to Kingston. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll show you where the autoplanes are. The ones that don't have autopilot. Captain Harris wanted me to tell you that she's... And... I'm sorry, too. I won't give up this time. No matter what happens. I'll find a way to And I'm not just saying that. There's something I discovered while analyzing the members of my squad who were transformed in... If it works, we can completely separate Vulgus cells from human DNA. I'll send the details to you.
The Red Arms. They've been guiding us all the way. I'll be back, Jin. Until the very end.
Yes, ma'am. Until the very end.
Descendant, we just lost an Asif signal that we think belongs to Glay. It looks as if she's attempting an unauthorized sortie. Nearby troops, please, what happened with Glay? Did you detain her?
I did not. In truth, I had...
Huh?
They say that when a parent loses their child, time stops for them. It appears I was not the only one here who was frozen. We are finally able to move through time again, Glay and I. None shall prevent our passage. But if you have the means to prevent it, why not instead arm me to aid it? With this modern...
What do you mean?
You all know that I broke free from Receptor under my own will. As I am still alive and well, if we can harness this possible advantage, restoring the Oblivions may not... To do so, I must be able to use my Arche again. Please grant me the permission to...
But...
Request granted, sir. Ordnance, check the equipment records for the early generation Descendants. There should be something in there about the weapon. I'll ask an ace to activate the prime hands. Serena's Arche will need to be adjusted to link...
Alpha.
Nell, this entire operation was initiated based on little more than the trust I put in your theory. I think we can put rational judgment. Serena, acclimatize yourself to our modern world as quickly as you can, and pursue Glay. The rest of you will move in the opposite direction and search for Dai. If we're going to reclaim Sigma Sector, we won't be able to avoid engaging the Oblivions. In which case, we might as well...
Leave it with me, sir.
Understood. All units.
HQ, I feel confident. I am confident. However, how does one fly this tactical transport? This contraption still confuses. Is this what I pressed for?
Descendant, I have completed an... Serena's Arche has radiation-like properties that allows it to penetrate matter. But it doesn't affect cells which have been affected by Arche. This is why Serena was able to neutralize the Vulgus brainwashing device, and her body was able to eliminate the...
My treatment uses spiral catalysts to separate fused human DNA from Vulgus cells. Spiral catalysts are used to enhance the Arche of Descendants, but they can also be used for more generic gene therapy. Problem is, this hasn't been clinically tested. The main issue we found was Vulgus cell mutations that occurred during the separation process. But these can be burned off through radiation.
Spiral catalysts. DNA.
Think of it this way. Your abilities and my treatment combined can save Di, but we only have one chance. Because this is the last of the spiral catalyst made from the DNA of the Oblivions. Captain Glay took another with her. But...
Descendant, we also need your help. Please lead the operation. Please. Give humanity hope.
I've injected the spiral catalyst.
with all of your strength. I shall begin. Be careful. Her heart rate is dropping. The cells are dying off too quickly. It's okay. Mom is here.
Are we really going to initiate this? Initiate. This war was initiated long ago.
Success of this. You've all done an incredible job. The Vulgus forces are in disarray. With one final push, reclaiming Sigma Sector will be well within our reach. The most heartening news is that we have successfully rescued Glay's daughter, Dia Elias. Dia is currently receiving intensive treatment in a Medical Corps medical pod. She hasn't regained consciousness yet, but the Vulgus contamination and brainwashing effects are nearly gone. As your commander, I'm truly delighted to see such results in the midst of this callous war. It gives me hope that we can save the other Oblivions as well. However, we can't relax just yet. As you all likely know, we have secured only a very small part of Sigma Sector. We have identified a huge receptor which is visible on the sector's horizon. Frankly, I don't like the look of it. If a Vulgus descendant emerged from a human-sized receptor, then what could possibly come out of a receptor that size? I'm sure you can imagine. In order to investigate this, we have no choice but to venture further into Sigma Sector. It's likely that Karel is there too. The void depth increases as you move deeper into the sector. So much so that even descendants from the Hound unit can't endure it. However, if we continue to investigate Sigma Sector, we'll be able to further advance our void shielding technology. And not only this, we may achieve something even greater. Bringing peace to Ingress was beyond even the ancestors. But we may be able to do it in this generation. Let's all keep pushing. Just a little harder. Once the operation for further investigation has been confirmed, I'll announce it through Hound. That is all.
Who wants to go see Daya?
Are you a friend of Daya's? She's still in a critical condition, you know?
But Daya is my friend!
Ah, right. I'm surprised you're a friend of hers. But no means no. Family only. No other visitors.
We're all part of one big family called humankind, Eugen.
Come on, what's wrong with everyone? I said no visitors.
It's okay, Jin. Let them in. Daya would want to see them.
Serena, thank you for taking care of Daya. I'm truly grateful.
The nursing of a slumbering friend is familiar to me. My memories return to me in flashes. I once nursed Rayleigh in this way, as he lay, wounded.
Rayleigh? I can't believe that the hero who was the first person to intercept a Colossus was your friend.
Yes. He holds many firsts. The first to intercept a Colossus. The first to claim my heart.
Serena.
My desire to see Rayleigh again is strong. But at this moment, I most long to see Daya awaken. And if it persists in her memory, I desire to know what happened to us. There were early descendants in Sigma Sector, sealed away like myself. This is proof that Karel's plan proceeded unimpeded for 100 years. It appears Oblivions were central to the plans of Karel. If that is so, Daya and I may have retained some of what he ordered.
I'm certain we can do this. After all, we've regained the time we've lost. Both you and I.
My desire to see her awake is not solely so I may question her. When Daya wakes, shall I be introduced as a friend? I have no others with whom to feel close.
Of course you will. Serena, I know Daya will like you. Just as much as I do.
Thank you, Glay. I await your return to us, Daya.
Hey, come on in. You heard from Alpha, right? About the operation to investigate more of Sigma Sector. I've just received our orders. It looks like we've got to get recon forces deeper into Sigma Sector. The mission details have been delegated to Hound. Alpha's really let us off the leash this time. We've got full support.
Let's cut to the chase. As you've worked with us before, I specifically requested you as combat personnel for maximum operational efficiency.
Translation, he liked you so much, he wanted to do another operation with you. What's with you two anyway? I'm jealous.
Inez.
I was just trying to get everyone to relax. We don't need to be quite so tense, do we?
Alpha has given authority to the Hounds. That's more than...
Did you who are no amount of will
Some...
what